Give you guys a garden tour this morning, trying to distract my brain. So over here I have my Boston pickling. These are heirloom seeds, meaning they're pure good mother seeds, not genetically modified seeds. I don't grow anything like that. And y'all know I'm a very free-spirited person, so I have free-spirited gardening. So my garden doesn't have a whole lot of rhyme or reason to anybody, but I love it. And this morning I've already picked a whole bucket of giant cucumbers. Like, this whole giant kid's bucket is full. Like, you can see it's pulling the handle down. It's full with a couple pounds of cucumbers, and I have more babies on there, like this little guy. Forgive our poltergeist pool. The boys have been working on getting it level. But over there I have Gabriel's watermelons. I grow Crimson Sweet watermelons because they're Gabe's favorite, and he loves the watermelons. You have your pollinators inside there. And then over there I have some roses and wildflowers. I have buckwheat growing down there, and I have sunflowers in the middle. I just toss seeds in there just because I can. And then I have other roses. I had blight recently because of all this rain, because roses don't like to be excessively wet, so I'm trying to bring my roses back from suffering from the blight. Thankfully, blight is only effective if you catch it early on the leaves, and so if you can pull all that off and treat it with fungicide, you're good to go. But I did some inverted gardening this year. I don't normally do that. I didn't really do the best, but it's okay. I mean, I have a couple jalapenos on there, so that's not really a big deal. And then this one is some local Texas native plants. I have goldenrod. I can't remember the second one. This one is a rock rose, which I think is really cute because they look like little baby hibiscus. And then there's a local rosemary down there. And then again, I toss some wild seeds in there. I have tomatoes growing down there. And then I love wisteria. They usually only bloom in the spring, in the early spring, which this one, her name is Winnie, because she's a Lavender Falls wisteria. But she has lost her ever-loving mind this year and has gone absolutely nuts. Like, I had Clematis the Vagabond. Got in the heat, and then I brought it back. And this is just daisies. I love daisies. They're like one of my favorite flowers. And then my Maypop passion vine decided to throw babies all over my damn yard. And so I've got like 5 passion vines like this. This is an example of free-spirited gardening. LOL. Most people would have pulled these guys and killed them. No thanks. I'm not down with that. So this is a French morning glory. This was a bird transplant in my yard from a couple years ago. And then you can see there's a passion vine down there. We have clary sage. This year, due to all the health problems, I probably have a good 50-50 on my gardening. I did a lot of seeds, and then the other half I bought transplant babies. Here's one of the tomatoes I grew. Sweet 100. No, Arkansas Traveler. Sorry, that's an Arkansas Traveler. And then I got gladiolus down here. They're going to be lovely. And then inside there, you see that pretty little heart-shaped vine right there? That one right there is going to be Moonflower. Moonflower is beautiful. It's in the morning glory family, but it only blooms flowers at nighttime. Okay, and I have a giant clay pot full of salvia, petunias, zinnias, rosemary. Then I've got a pear bush, not real pears, it's just what it's called. The little flowers smell like pears. And then I have some mint over there. This girl over here with her attitude. So my elderberry bush has almost died several times now because both of the freezes, because they're kind of touchy. Elderberries, I don't know if you're aware, but they're very toxic other than the berry. The flowers are toxic, the branches, the roots, the wood is toxic, meaning you could potentially die or get very, very sick if you ingest them, which is kind of funny because the berries are used for medicine. Weird, right? Plants are awesome. Then I have some random babies down here, some skullcap and eucalyptus and more salvia. Lemon verbena. Okay, I moved them over temporarily because Ben and I have been trying to get the yard cleaned up because it's been a rough week, so we've been trying to work it out. More tomatoes. I have lots of tomatoes this year, but lemon verbena It's a really good medicine. Use it a lot for anxiety and sleep and relaxation. It's really good for menstrual cramps too. Maypop passion vine. Be careful with passion vines. I know online says a lot of them are edible, but be very, very careful because not all of them are edible and they can make you get really bad diarrhea spells and have a lot of stomach. Some people are actually allergic to them, so be very, very mindful before you go trying herbal medicine and you don't know what you're doing. Plants can kill you very easily. Exhibit A. But this is a Maypop passion vine, and this one is completely ingestible other than the root. The vine, the leaves, the fruit, they produce like little green apple looking fruits. They're really cute. They're really small, but they're really cute. The flowers are used for tea, for anxiety, sleep. They help with depression too. They do have a tranquilizing effect, especially if you mix them with red raspberry leaves, which is not the raspberries you get in the store, another herb. Just, you know, sharing some knowledge. I added another wisteria this year, and this is a Texas lavender wisteria. Her leaves are a little different than Winnie's, and she's doing really good. When we got her, she was only about this tall, and it was probably about 4 months ago, 4.5 months ago, and she's grown that much. Plus now she's wiggling around. You can see I need to tuck her arm around. This is my mugwort. It's a witchy plant used for a lot of medicines. I have an avocado tree back there that it's been in rehab for a while. I've almost lost him several times. I'm going to get him finally. Got him strong enough where he could be transplanted in the ground. More Maypop passion vine babies that I dug out of the ground. And get those taken care of. And then fennel. Fennel's a really good medicine, and it's delicious on food. We have lots. So this is a hyssop. Anise hyssop is a very, very good medicine. The leaves kind of smell like licorice, and they're really good. More tomatoes. And I put some natural mulch down because Gaby's pumpkins, doing the mini harvest blend. So they're going to be small pumpkins for him. It'll be easier for him to handle. I'm hoping we get that far, so that'll be beautiful. Have some more hyssop. And just some other really good babies. Look at my corn, you guys. I magnetized, like I showed you guys that one gardening video. I did some testing with magnetization, and it was amazing. That corn is humongous, and it's going to produce some beautiful corn this year. And then tomatoes, and more tomatoes, and Elysium, and horehound, and peppers, and serranos, and bells, and poblanos, basil, daisies, because I love them. We already said that. Oregano, parsley, 5-nerve, magnolia, marigolds, zinnias, sage. This market cucumber, I hadn't grown those before. I usually stick with the Boston pickling because I really like those kind. They get a really good size, plus they taste really crunchy and they make delicious pickles. But this one is a market one, and I grew this one from a GMO seed too. It got a really bad fungus on it, and I treated it with active copper, which is a really good fungicide, herbicide, and all of that. So you can treat multiple issues to include little buggies. But I don't know that he'll do real well, but I mean, you can see he's producing now. He's not doing as well as I anticipated, but we're okay. Tomatoes. Tomatoes, yay. So cute. I love watching the Sweet 100 tomatoes grow because, hold on, let me make sure I don't fall. 1 second, I'll show you guys. Let me get it. Well, I can show you up here. Okay, there's like bigger strands, but they get like handfuls of what looks like little grapes. Right here, this is a good example. Let me move this leaf. Look how pretty that is. It looks like just a little row of grapes, like cute little grapes. Love it. Sweet William down there, Galileum. That's a really lovely flower, and it smells ridiculously beautiful. The bees love it, and I love it, so that's all that matters. Arkansas Traveler tomatoes. This one looks like a booty. Hey girl. Have some more tomatoes. Catnip is really good for your cats, but it's also used for medication. Oh, look. I have an okra ready. I'll have to pick that. I love burgundy okra. Like, I always grow green okra, but burgundy okra is so beautiful. More tomatoes. Hi, tomatoes. My squash back there got the little funky stink bugs on it, so I killed all the stinky bugs. And I was able to get one squash, little baby squish off of it, but I'm not exactly sure that it will do much else, but I always like to give people a chance. There's leeks in the back there. I have two kinds of lavender. And then, of course, I have, where it looks like it needs attention, I have my Malabar spinach. I need to stake him up more because it looks like with this rain, he grew another 12 inches. So my goodness. Yeah, okay, I will address that directly. So this is, shoot, I just got my sweater wet. This is French lavender and Mexican lavender. Me and lavender have a special relationship, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so here's my bonus bird flowers that dropped in my yard years ago. They're French morning glories, and I love them. That's parsley. Fancy parsley. I don't know if I said that already. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. Lantana. Lantana is a very itchy, irritating plant. This can cause you to have a really, really bad rash. You have to be super careful with them because they will break you out really, really badly. But the thing about it is it's a really good pollinator plant. Bees, hummingbirds, all the good babies that you need in your yard, butterflies, they love those. There's a bucket of mint. These are going to be a fall flower. No idea why this sudden they want to bloom, but go ahead and be yourself. Blackberry, supposed to be a bush. Apparently mine's going to be a tree. Then I have some strawberry shortcake raspberries down there. You can see I have one that'll be ready in the next couple days. But yeah, this is my happy place with all these things going on. I like to be out here and it helps me a lot. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on my garden tour.